Welcome to this Functional Skills Level 1 Maths training video. This video contains information and guidance on Criterion 23. Calculate the volumes of cubes and cuboids. At Level 1 and by the end of this session, you should be able to understand what volume means and when it is used. Identify the correct formulae for the volume of cubes and cuboids. Work out the volume of a cube or cuboid using the correct formula. And use the correct units for volume. What is volume? Volume is the amount of space inside a 3D shape. It tells you how much something can hold. In everyday life, you may need to calculate volume to find out how much water fits in a fish tank, how many boxes can fit in a van, the amount of soil needed to fill a plant pot, or how much a storage box can hold. Volume is used when you're dealing with things that have length, width, and height. This is anything that takes up space. Let's look at the formula for calculating the volume of a cube. We know that all the sides of a cube are the same length. The formula for calculating the volume of a cube is volume equals length multiplied by length multiplied by length. This can also be written as length cubed. This means the length is multiplied by itself 3 times. For example, if a cube has sides that are 4 centimeters long, volume equals 4 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 4. This equals 64 centimeters cubed. Let's move on to calculating the volume of a cuboid. A cuboid has different lengths, widths, and heights. Like a cereal box or a drawer, the formula for calculating the volume of a cuboid is volume equals length times width times height. Let's look at an example. A box is 5 centimeters long, 2 centimeters wide, and 3 centimeters high. Let's calculate the volume using the formula. Volume equals 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. This equals 30 centimeters cubed. It doesn't matter which order you multiply the numbers in, as long as all of the numbers are multiplied together. Let's look at the units that should be used for volume. Volume is measured in cubic units because it is calculating 3D space. The most common units are cubic millimeters, cubic centimeters, and cubic meters. You must use a small 3, which means cubed, to show that the number is volume. Always match the unit with the question. For example, if the dimensions are in centimeters, your volume should be in centimeters cubed. Here are some steps to help you work out the volume. Step 1. Identify the shape. Is it a cube or a cuboid? Step 2. Use the correct formula. Step 3. Multiply the values. Step 4. Write your answer with the correct unit. For example, centimeters cubed. Now it's your turn. Pause the video while you work out the volume of the shapes below, then press play to continue. Let's check the answers. Shape 1 is a cube. The cube's length is 3 meters. Therefore, we need to do 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. This gives us an answer of 27 meters cubed. Shape 2 is a cuboid. We need to do length multiplied by width multiplied by height, or 7 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5. This gives us an answer of 140 meters cubed. You may be asked to use volume to solve real-life problems, such as how many liters of paint are needed to fill a tub, how many small boxes fit into a large container, or whether a package meets postal size limits. To solve real-life problems, follow the steps on screen. Step 1. Work out the volume of the object or objects. Step 2. Check what the question is asking. For example, do you need to calculate the total volume? Compare volumes, or fit one object into another. Step 3. Use estimation if you need to. This is to check if your answer makes sense. Step 4. Give your final answer with the correct units. Now it's your turn. You can use a calculator if you need to. Pause the video while you work out the answer, then press play when you are ready to continue. Let's check the answer. To calculate the volume of this box, we first need to convert all the dimensions to meters. This is because the question asks for the answer in meters, but the dimensions are given to us in centimeters. Remember that there are 100 centimeters in 1 meter. Therefore, to convert centimeters to meters, you need to divide each dimension by 100. 60 divided by 100 equals 0.6. 30 divided by 100 equals 0.3. 25 divided by 100 equals 0.25. Now we can multiply the length, width, and height. 0.6 multiplied by 0.3 multiplied by 0.25 equals 0.045 meters cubed. The volume is 0.045 meters cubed. Finally, we will look at 2 practice exam questions. The first question is on screen. Pause the video while you work out the answer, then press play to continue. The volume of the shipping container is 38.445 meters cubed when rounded to 3 decimal places. Here is the second practice exam question. Pause the video while you work out the answer, then press play to continue. Let's check the answer. First, you need to convert the cupboard dimensions to centimeters. Next, calculate the volume of the cupboard. The volume of the cupboard is 60,000 centimeters cubed. Finally, compare the volume of the box to the volume of the cupboard. The volume of the box is 9,000 centimeters cubed. This is less than the volume of the cupboard, which is 60,000 centimeters cubed. Yes, the box will fit. You should now be able to understand what volume means and when it is used. Identify the correct formulae for the volume of cubes and cuboids. Work out the volume of a cube or cuboid using the correct formula. And use the correct units for volume. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.